3 yesterday. And now John will have a chance to win the series if they can pick up a win today.
Well, Dick, I think at this point you throw out the records and you say, you know what, we've got one goal, that's to make the tournament. And we have been playing strong against everybody in the league, haven't always been winning. And then yesterday, come up here, we broke, a 25-game home win streak that Western Kentucky had been playing, and it was not a close ball game.
So the Raiders will try to take the series today. They come in with a record of 18-21, 4-10 in Conference USA. Western Kentucky is tied for first place in the league right now. They're 32-7, 10-4 in the league. They're tied with Dallas Baptist for first place, and Louisiana Tech is just a half game behind. And we've played all those ball clubs. Picked up a win against Tech, a win against Dallas Baptist. Have won one in this series. We'll try to do a little better than that today.
We're still in this thing, and we got Chandler Alderman, who threw a really great ball game last Sunday at home against Louisiana Tech, and took a complete game win in that one. So looking for a good performance from him this afternoon.
Okay, Dick Plummer, John Calla with you on this Saturday afternoon. I keep thinking
that is so strange.
Keep thinking it's Sunday, but it's the final game of the series on a Saturday. So we'll take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, a couple of stars from yesterday's Blue Raider win will be visiting with me. 2 minutes now on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio, WGNS.
All right, third game of the series here in Bowling Green. Raiders are going for the series win today. And I got two guys who were really outstanding yesterday. Drew Horn, our starting pitcher, Hayden Miller, our first baseman. And Drew, we'll start with you. Got 5 innings. Pitch count got up there a little bit.
Yeah, it got up there. I was kind of off with my cutter and changeup. Slurve and fastball were working pretty well for me, but there was about 3 at-bats in there where they ran my pitch count up. There was about, I think it was at one hole, I had like a 12-pitch at-bat 2 times against him and walked him both times. So,
when did you develop a cutter?
Going into this year. And the past few times I've banged it because it's been going the opposite way than it should.
Well, let me talk to Hayden. You ever batted against this guy?
I did. All I did was throw slurs against me. He struck out every single time. Got 7 straight slurs every AB.
Well, You had a good day with the bat yesterday, and what was your plan going in? Because the wind certainly plays a part in it, doesn't it?
It does. My approach started in BP, just hit low line drives, keep consistent, not try to swing too hard, and then carry that over to the game, stay calm, and then as you saw, it worked yesterday. Hopefully it continues today.
Well, that home run wasn't too low a line drive, would you say so?
Oh no, it always gets me when I see his home runs because his doesn't change or nothing, and it's just an effortless bomb going out.
How did you feel sitting over the dugout when we had that 5-run inning?
I wanted to get back out there. I was getting cold. I was trying to stay hot.
I think I said during the game that Drew said, no, they're just loving all of this, huh?
Yeah, especially after last week, kind of bounced back pretty quick with the offense. Giving a lot of support is definitely needed, but we were all overall happy with what we did yesterday.
How are you finding it playing over at first base now?
It's my first second series ever over there, but it's actually pretty comfortable. I love it over there. It's pretty fun.
Drew, did you see him smother that ball in the last inning yesterday?
Oh, yeah, I saw him smother that. I mean, when he made the quote-unquote error, which wasn't an error, but it was a bounced ball across. I mean, he almost picked that, and I was like, this is only your fifth game at first base. Dude, that's not on you.
Just another unassisted put out, huh?
Exactly.
What's the hardest thing about playing over there?
I'd say, short hop picks. When they pick off, you don't know where it's going half the time, so you just got to be ready for that. That's really all it is.
So did you have a first baseman's mitt?
This is actually Trace Phillips, so I'm using his.
Yeah. Well, so he was a pretty good first baseman. That's some picks in that mitt, I'm sure.
Exactly. Continue to carry the tradition, use the same glove for as long as he can.
All right, let's win this series today.
Exactly. Go blue.
What do you think?
Yeah, we need to win it.
All right, that's Hayden Miller and Drew Horn, both of whom, John, played a big part in the win yesterday.
Oh, yeah. What Hayden Miller allowed us to do, we had some other guys that certainly had hits, but his hits were key to what Jerry Meyer was talking about after the ball game yesterday, that separation that got us separated by more than 1 or 2 runs from Western and allowed us to approach the game differently than had it been a close ball game.
Okay, we've got a left-hander going for the Blue Raiders, a right-hander for Western Kentucky. We will take a break, 2 minutes, and then we'll have starting lineups coming up next on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And welcome back into our pregame show. Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky, concluding a 3-game series today in Bowling Green. Ascent Federal Credit Union is the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Show your MTSU pride with every purchase. Visit one of their 28 Middle Tennessee branch locations. Ask for your MTSU debit card. Time to look at those Ascend starting lineups, John.
Well, for the visiting Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, leading off will be center fielder Eston Snyder. Clay Badalak bats second. He'll be at third base today. Brett Von Dolan in the 3-hole. He'll be the DH. And Tyler Minnick is cleanup hitter. He'll be behind the plate. Batting fifth, left fielder Keaton Ray. Batting sixth, shortstop Matt Wolf. Brett Rogers will be in right field batting seventh. Hayden Miller at first. He bats eighth. And Cooper Clapp at second base. He bats ninth. On the mound will be the left-hander Chandler Alderman. For the Western Kentucky University Hilltoppers, leading off the right fielder Joe Ciervo. Batting second, left fielder Carlos Vasquez. Batting third, the center fielder Ryan Weidman. Batting fourth, first baseman Kyle Hayes. DH today, batting fifth, is Thomas Marsala. Behind the plate will be Camden Ross. He bats sixth. Batting seventh, the third baseman Drew Berrigan. Austin Holler, the second baseman, bats eighth, and the shortstop Reed Howard bats ninth. On the mound will be a right-hander Drew Whalen, and we'll get you numbers on both those pitchers as we get into the ballgame.
Thank you, John. Those are our Ascend Federal Credit Union starting lineups for today. Two head coaches, Jerry Myers from Middle Tennessee and Mark Reardon from Western Kentucky, meeting at home plate with the umpires for the traditional exchange of lineup cards and discussion about the ground rules here. So we will have our first pitch coming up very shortly. The lights are on here. Temperature 76 degrees. The skies are rather cloudy. We haven't seen any sunshine yet, and the glare is bad when you have electronic devices up here you're trying to read. But we still have that wind, John.
We sure do.
Out of the south-southwest at about 15 miles an hour. The discussion at home plate has broken up. We'll take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back with first pitch. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
From the Blue Raider Network in Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. State Farm Insurance and agent Deb Insel. Pepsi and your local Pepsi bottler. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider baseball.
It is that time again from Nick Dennis Field in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Dick Palmer, John Callow with you. This is game number 40 of the Blue Raider season, which will consist of 56 games plus the tournament. Western has not taken the field yet, so got a second here. We can pass along the scores from yesterday. Dallas Baptist 18-4 over Sam Houston. Kennesaw State defeated FIU 13-3. Liberty down Louisiana Tech 5-3, and Jacksonville State defeated New Mexico State by a score of 6-1. New Mexico State will be our opponent next week. All of those teams will be playing today to conclude a series, and we'll be checking those scores for you in the middle of the seventh inning. But right now, Western Kentucky and Dallas Baptist tied on top of the lead at 10-4, while Louisiana Tech a half game back at 9-4. Setting the Hilltoppers defensively for you as they have taken the field behind the plate will be Cameron Ross. At third base, Drew Barrigan getting his first start in the series. Shortstop will be Reed Howard, Austin Howler at second, and Kyle Hayes at first. In left field will be Carlos Vasquez. In center field, Ryan Weidman. In right field, Joe Siervo. And on the mound will be the right-hander, Drew Whalen.
Drew Whalen making his 10th start. He's thrown 46 in the third innings, given up 11 runs, 10 of them earned on 34 hits, 15 walks, 57 strikeouts, leads the team in strikeouts. A 1.94 ERA, a 7.1 record. Here's what he's done in Conference USA, Dick. He is 3-1 in the conference, has wins over Kennesaw, Sam Houston, and Liberty. His shortest start of the season came against Dallas Baptist, and they stuck him for a couple of runs, and he took the loss in that game.
He was named the conference pitcher of the week after 6 scoreless innings in the Western sweep at Liberty, and had 6 strikeouts with just 2 hits given up in that game. He got pitcher of the week for that performance. We'll see if the Raiders can spoil all that today. Eston Snyder steps in, takes the first pitch for a strike.
First pitch at 1:04.
1 strike to count to the Raider leadoff hitter, Snyder, Badalak, Bondolan here in the first inning. Ball 1 is high on outside. John, the Western Kentucky starting pitchers, each pitcher we've seen has gone into the game with an undefeated record. And Whalen has 1 loss as the ball is hit in the right field. Going to be caught out there by the right fielder, Vasquez. And that, or rather that's Siervo in right field. They switch their outfielders around. I can't keep up with them. Siervo in right, Vasquez is in left. So that is 1 out in the first inning.
In those 4 previous conference starts, Whalen has only given up 10 hits.
Clay Badalak, third baseman, bats from the left side. Swings at the first pitch, hits it foul off to the right side, and the wind's going to blow that out of play. The wind blowing just as it has been for the last 2 games in this series. Blowing from left to right and in at times. So should be a pretty good day for the pitchers as Whalen delivers, and that is a fastball in for a strike, 0-2 to Badalak. And also for the third straight game, none of the starting pitchers for Western has given up a home run this season. The Raiders have spoiled that, I think, in the last two games. There's a foul to the screen. Count holds at strike two.
From the years that we've been coming up here, Nick Dennis Field is not what you would consider a home run park.
No, it plays very, very large, and there's a swing and a miss. Ball in the turf. They'll throw him out at first, and that is out number 2 in the inning. So 2 up and 2 down in the first inning for the Raiders.
I think the home plate umpire, Phil Kundle, had already called that an out before the throw, so I'm not going to put that 2-3 part in. I'm just going to give the put out to the catcher.
We'll give you a pass on that, John. Here's Von Dolan. Takes a strike, 0-1. Phil Kundle behind the plate for the final game with Jose Polanco at first. Jose Revuelto on the bases. There's ball 1-1-1.
What was that?
I don't know.
Say that again.
I was trying to.
I was trying
to muffle my voice.
I heard what you were trying to do with that.
The 1-1 pitch, strike called, and it's 1-2.
They usually give us pronunciation guides
but
on
not
the players,
on the umpires.
but not on the umpires. You're right about that.
2 outs here in the top of the first, no score. Whalen's pitch on the way, foul to the screen. All of their starting pitchers, John, have thrown hard. Whalen may be the hardest thrower we've seen.
Yeah.
Just from looking at the first 5 or 6 pitches.
Like that last pitch at 95.
Pitch is swung on and missed, took a little bit off, struck him out. So 2 strikeouts in the inning. And for the Raiders, 3 up and 3 down, nothing across. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Middle Tennessee, nothing. Western Kentucky coming to bat as you listen to Middle Tennessee Baseball from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Raiders were 3 up, 3 down in the top of the inning. Defensively, for Coach Jerry Myers, we'll have the same lineup we've had for the first 2 games. Tyler Minnick behind the plate. And over at third base, Clay Badalak. Shortstop, Matt Wolf. Second baseman, Cooper Clapp. And at first base, Hayden Miller. With Keaton Ray in left field, Eston Snyder in center, and Brett Rogers patrolling right field. And on the mound, the big left-hander, Chandler Alderman.
Chandler making his 10th appearance of the season, all starts. He's thrown 44 innings, given up 42 runs. Only 24 of those earned, though. 52 hits, 20 walks, 34 strikeouts. He's got a 4.91 ERA, a 3-5 record. 2 complete games. You don't see a lot of complete games. Raiders have had 3 of them, and he's thrown 2 of them.
Here's Joe Ciervo, the right fielder, right-handed batter. Will step in. He's 3 out of 7 in the series. And as you heard Drew Horn on the interview, Drew Horn had a little trouble with his leadoff batter. There's a strike call, 0-1. Ciervo hitting .333. He'll be followed by Vasquez and Weidman. Ryan with the pitch, swung on, hit to second base. Cooper Clapp fields it on 2 hops over to first, and that's out number 1 here in the first inning. The batter will be Vasquez, who is starting in left field. He is only the third leading hitter on this team, John, with a 365 average. There's 2 guys with better averages than that. And Vasquez will stand in from the right side. 1 out, bottom of the first. Left-hander Chandler Alderman winds and fires and misses outside for ball 1.
Oh, you're talking about folks moving into different slots. He ended up at third base before we were through yesterday.
Yeah, I think he started at third base on Friday, moved to the outfield Saturday, and then played 2 different positions in the outfield yesterday. Ball 2 is outside. That popped out of Minnick's mitt, rolled over by the Raider dugout. Raider dugout is down the first base side, the bullpen behind the right field fence, and there is a picnic area between the Blue Raider dugout and the foul pole down the right field line. 2 balls, no strikes. Alderman with the pitch, must have been a little low, ball 3. 3-0. Western bullpen is beyond the left field wall. 330 down each line here to the foul pole, 400 to straightaway center, 370 to the power alleys in left and right center. And there's a strike, 3-1. Big scoreboard behind the right field wall, which is about the same location it is at home. They don't have a Lee Victory Wall of Champions here, though. 3 balls and 1 strike. Alderman's pitch is fouled to the screen. The count goes full. They do have a very tall outfield fence. It looks to be about 10, 12 feet.
Yeah.
So if you're going to rob a home run, you got to get up there in the air.
Well, if you got to get up there in the air to rob a home run, it's probably going to go anyway.
Ground ball to first. 1 big hop to Hayden Miller. A little bit easier than that one in the 9th inning yesterday.
Oh.
I think Drew Horn was giving him a little grief over that.
I think so. Hey, what a great job for Chandler Alderman coming back from a 3-0 count and getting the out.
2 up, 2 down in the first. The batter is Ryan Weidman, the center fielder. As that wind kicks up again, blowing right in our face here now, blowing in. Alderman with the pitch. Weidman takes it low and away for ball 1. 420 is his team leading average, and I'm sure he's leading the league also. 6 home runs for this right-handed batter. He's a junior. Swing and a miss. Came in with a little heat there. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Down in Murfreesboro, Jacksonville State taking on the Lady Raiders there on campus. Jacksonville State on top now, 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th.
Check swing, took it low, 4 ball 2. 2-1 to Weidman. 2 outs in the first. Base is empty. We saw the lights, they were on even before we pulled into the parking lot here. We could see them from the highway. Ground ball to third. That'll be Badalak with a long throw, and that's in time for out number 3. 3 ground balls in the first inning. That's a good sign, John.
Boy, that's what it's going to take this afternoon. Keep the ball down, let the defense play.
3 up, 3 down. We have completed 1 full inning. It is Middle Tennessee nothing, Western Kentucky nothing as we go to the second on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the second inning, scoreless. Drew Whalen, right-hander, on the mound. 6'1", 206. He is a native of Franklin, Kentucky, and in the win over Liberty, retired the final 12 batters of the game in that 4-3 Western win. He is second in Conference USA in earned run average, third in opponent batting average, and fourth in strikeouts. So he's amassed a pretty good resume this season. Well, one roster says Franklin, Tennessee, and the one I have says Franklin, Kentucky.
How about that?
Yeah. So take your pick. There is a foul ball.
I would prefer Franklin, Kentucky, which means we didn't lose him, right?
Sorry, no foul there. It was a pitch outside, rolled to the backstop. 2-0. There's a strike call, 2-1. Here's Whalen with the pitch. Swung on, driven into right center field. That ball's hit a long way, and a running catch out there by Weidman.
He went a long way, too.
Both of these teams, John, have very fleet-footed center fielders. Weidman leads the league in stolen bases with 29, and Eston Snyder's not far behind with 19, and they can both motor.
Well, the important thing is whether or not you can run down those balls in the alleys, and apparently we know what Eston Snyder can do.
Keaton Ray takes the pitch high for ball one.
Looks like Weidman can do the same thing. That little ball looked like it might get down.
Keaton Ray 1 out of 8 in the series. Takes this pitch for a strike, 1-1. Keaton is a junior. Bats left-handed, swings through this pitch, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Let up a little bit on him. He's been throwing his fastball at 95. That pitch came in at 85.
Swung on, hit into right center field. Weidman going back, and he's got room, makes the catch out near the wall in right center field.
You know, that ball is up against the wall at Reese Smith Field.
So that is out number 2 in the inning. And the batter will be Matt Wolf, the shortstop. So we got some news about Matt before the game.
I am told that he is going. The announcement will come tomorrow. Somebody's got an issue here. Is that the first baseman, Hayes?
So did he leave the game?
Oh, they're going to attend to him. Looks like he's got some kind of issue with a finger. Well, anyway, the official announcement will come tomorrow, but Matt Wolf is going to be named as one of the top 100 shortstops in the entire country.
Matt is just a sophomore. A transfer from Vanderbilt from the state of Ohio. He's getting ready to step in as soon as we can resume play. So Hayes.
Well, whatever was the issue has been resolved.
Hayes is back to take his spot at first base. There are 2 outs here in the second inning. And no score in this game. Matt Wolf is still looking for his first hit in the series. He's the only Raider starter without a hit in the series. 0 for 7. Takes a strike, 0-1. Right-hander Drew Whalen. Pitch is a strike called. And it's 0-2 to Wolf. Matt hitting .289, so he's seen that average slip from over 300 to where it is now, .289 in this series. Ball one is outside, 1-2. Brett Rogers in the on-deck circle. A ball and 2 strikes to the Blue Raiders shortstop. And Whalen with the pitch. Missed outside, ball 2. Two and 2 the count. 2 outs, base is empty. Whalen's pitch swung on. That one's fouled out of play.
Back off over onto University Avenue.
Somebody out in the median trying to walk
cross
the street,
yeah,
but not chasing a foul ball. Pitch swung on and missed. Oh, he had him fooled on that pitch very badly, and Wolf goes down on strikes. That is going to be all in the second inning. Nothing to cross, so Whalen has retired the first 6 hitters he has faced. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Middle Tennessee nothing, Western Kentucky nothing on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the second inning. No score in this game. In fact, we haven't had a base runner in this game yet, John.
Not so far.
Chandler Alderman set the side down in order in the first inning with 3 ground ball outs, which is always good to see.
Let your defense work. As long as you don't go deep into counts, it can really help your pitch count.
For the Hilltoppers in the second inning, Kyle Hayes will lead it off. He's the young man that had to come out of the game a moment ago playing defense because of some probably don't know what the problem was, but it was taken care of quickly. And boy, this guy's had a home run in each of the 2 games, John, and he is he's been a thorn in our side. 5 out of 8 in the series. First pitch to him is high for ball 1. That includes a triple and 2 home runs, 3 runs batted in. Thankfully, both of his home runs, I think, have been solo jobs. Alderman's pitch on the way, foul to the screen. Hayes is out of West Chicago, Illinois. He's the young man who played junior college ball in Iowa in Cedar Rapids for Kirkland Community College, where he hit 31 home runs in 2 years. 1-1 the count. Alderman with the pitch. That's a drive to left field, and that is his 3rd home run in 3 games, and no doubt about that.
No doubt about that one. That got over the bullpen, over the wall, into the parking lot. I think it hit a car out there. I was just about to say, and unfortunately, Chandler Alderman has a a tendency to give up the long ball for some reason.
Yeah, that's the 8th home run off Chandler this season, most on our pitching staff. But Hayes is no respecter. He has hit them off everybody. So it is 1-0 Western Kentucky. And the batter will be Thomas Marsala, and he has had a home run in this series. A left-handed batter against the left-hander Alderman takes a call strike.
Is that right? That's just the 6th home run for Hayes?
That is number 6 for him, and half of them have come in this series.
That's what
Marsala takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Western with an early lead, 1-0 on the Kyle Hayes home run. And the 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and they say he didn't go.
I think is that Revoluto down there? I think he missed that one.
That was a poor call. Count will go to 1-2.
That should have been strike 3.
We have not had a check swing called a strike against us in this series. Ground ball to second, Clapp over to first. He was playing on the outfield turf and had to come in, John, to fill that high hopper.
Yeah, he was, a good 10 feet into the outfield.
So that is 1 out in the second inning. And the batter is Camden Ross, the catcher. Ross carries a .303 average, but the Raiders have held him hitless in the series. In fact, he did not start yesterday. He pinch hit. He's 0 for 3 in the series. Alderman's pitch, fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, pinch hit late and finished the game behind the plate.
1 out here in the second inning. A run is in, Western leading 1-0. And Alderman's pitch foul to the screen, 0-2.
He was 0-2 to Hayes, wasn't he?
I had 1-1, but that pitch to Hayes was low and inside, and he just golfed it right out of here.
Yeah.
Over the bullpen. Swung on, foul to the screen. Count holds at 2 strikes to Camden Ross.
There's a street back out behind the bullpen, and he got it into that street, and it bounced on up another street.
Yeah, there's a parking lot out there.
Yeah.
Alderman with the 0-2 pitch, and it is called the ball. 1-2.
That was a breaking ball that, wow.
One that looked good from up here, but that,
I thought that caught the plate.
It's from our vantage point, which is just to the left of home plate. It's really hard to tell location. Pitch is outside, 2-2. Not hard to tell on that one.
No.
On close pitches, it's difficult. So I know that's a tough job calling balls and strikes. I'll try to refrain from doing that. There's a line drive right at Hayden Miller, who will glove it in Trace Phillips' first base mitt for out number 2.
I thought that was a really interesting revelation. I'm not sure I would have thought to ask that question. Have you got a glove?
I guess when they told Hayden he was going to play first base, he said, hey, has anybody got a first base mitt?
Yeah.
Trace says, yeah, I'm not going to be using mine for a while. 2 outs. Here is Barrigan. Third baseman takes a strike.
Well, I hated having other people use my glove.
Barrigan did not start in either of the first 2 games. Pinch hit yesterday, so he's 0 for 1 in the series. A right-handed hitter. And Alderman with the 0-1 pitch, over but low for ball 1, 1-1. Barrigan is from, all right, let's try this one, John. Trabuco Canyon, California. Ball 2, 2-1.
I'm going to defer to you on that one.
Well, he played for an NAIA school out there. This is his first year. He's listed as a junior. There's a bouncing ball. That's going to be a tough play. Wolf has to wait for it. Throws to first. Just got him by a step. That was going to be all in the second inning. That was a turf bounce, and Matt had to wait for the ball to come down before he could glove it, and then had to throw a bullet to first base and just nipped him. In the inning, 1 run, 1 hit on the home run, and nobody left. So we have completed 2 full innings. It's Western Kentucky 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Junior Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the third inning. Raiders trailing 1-0 on a solo home run. So, John, it's time to go home.
That's right.
Well, not until the game's over, but Old South Properties is Tennessee's favorite home builder and the official home builder of MTSU, and they are our home run sponsor. So let's get one.
I'm for that.
Here's Brett Rogers to lead off the third. Takes the first pitch from Whalen outside for ball 1.
That'd be a new experience for this season for Whalen.
There's a bouncing ball. That's off the third baseman's glove. That's going to be the Raiders' first hit.
I tell you what, Dick, the fact that he knocked that ball down is just amazing.
Yeah, he turned a double into a single by doing that, because Rogers has got good speed, and I think if that ball had gotten through and rolled down the right field line, then Rogers would have been on second base.
It was gets past him. It's going to roll, probably going to get over into foul territory, and that means that Vasquez is going to have to go getting it. Yeah, you're right.
Pitch high to Hayden Miller, ball 1. Hayden Miller, 4 out of 9 in the series, 2 doubles, a home run, 3 runs batted in. Swings and misses, 1-1. So Brett Rogers with the Raiders' first hit. Infield variety. He's at first base with nobody out. Represents the tying run. Draws a throw over there. Rogers got good speed. He's 8 out of 9 in stolen base attempts this season. And the pitch to the plate, low and inside, ball 2, 2-1. Cooper Clapp will be the next hitter. They're playing deep for Miller. He drives one down the right field line. That's going to find a hole.
That hit the line.
That is a fair ball.
He called that foul? That hit the line.
Well, and to me, it looked like it hit the line, John.
That is, wow.
First base umpire made the call, and of course he's a lot closer to it than we are. But
I think he's hearing about it from the Raider dugout too. I don't blame him.
So that will probably take a run away from the Raiders. because Rogers can motor over at first base, and he was
certainly going to go first to third on that ball.
He could tell that ball was not going to be caught, so he was hightailing it. But the count goes to 2-2. And a throw to first, the runner back. You know, those are the little things, John, that makes a difference in a ball game.
That's right.
And umpires' calls enter into it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3 is, they called it strike 3. On a pitch that was low and inside.
So you're talking about umpire decisions? How about that 2 of them affected that at-bat?
Where'd you see that pitch, John?
I saw that ball low and inside.
1 out, runner at first. Here's Cooper Clapp.
I just did not see that catch any plate.
Clapp had a couple of hits yesterday. Seems to have gotten his swing back. Of course, he was hampered with a broken bone in his hand early in the season. I don't know if I think that really hampered him when he tried to come back. There's a ball hit high in the air down to left field line, and that one is going to be definitely a foul ball.
Bounced in foul territory and back over the fence.
So 1 strike to count. Eston Snyder, the on-deck hitter, picks up the bat, hands it back to Cooper. And says, well, Coop, straighten 1 out. 1 strike to count. Rogers, the runner at first, 1 out. Right-hander Drew Whalen, sophomore. And the pitch is swung on. Again, foul down the left field line and out of play, and the count goes to 0-2. Western leading 1-0. We're in the top of the third. 1 out, runner at first for the Blue Raiders. And the pitch. Foul to the screen. He's staying alive. 0-2 the count. Still have not seen any sunshine today, but there's no threat of rain. It's just cloudy skies. You can see a hint of blue
every once in a while
up above.
Temperature's pleasant, though.
Kevin Nichols, third base coach, wants a word with Clapp, so they meet halfway down the third baseline.
Umpire writes it in his book. That's a charged timeout.
Player conference. How many timeouts you get in the game?
I have no idea.
2 strikes the count. And the pitch. High, outside, ball 1. I have trouble keeping up with the timeouts in basketball. And I know how many you're supposed to get. 1-2.
Well, it just seems to me there are a whole lot more media timeouts than there are media.
Yeah. You got that right. Struck him out swinging. Got him on an outside pitch for out number 2. And that is the fifth? 1, 2, 3. Fifth strikeout already for Whalen. So he struck out 5 of the first 9 batters he faced. And with 2 outs, the batter is Eston Snyder. He flied out in the first inning as the leadoff hitter in the game.
Line drive to right field in that at-bat.
Whalen out of the stretch. The pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1.
Change speeds on him. 76 miles an hour on
That's
that
what
changeup.
makes this guy a good pitcher. He can reach 95 and
then throw 76.
Yep. 1 strike to count. And as you've always heard, the secret to good pitching, one of them is to keep the batters guessing, keep them off stride, mess up their timing.
Change their eye level.
Yep.
Work them up, down, in, out.
Count is 1 strike to Snyder. Another throw to first. Oh, they've got him. Yep. They picked Rogers off, and that was a great move by Whalen. No argument there. That will go 1-3 on the putout. And so Snyder will get to lead off the third, or the fourth for the Raiders. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. So we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. It's Western Kentucky 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the third inning. Raiders trailing 1-0. First Division Bank is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics and the official strikeout partner this season. Don't strike out on your banking services. First Division Bank, providing more power to your business, and Chandler Alderman still looking for his first Division strikeout of the day. Austin Haller will lead it off, the second baseman. He's had a good series, 3 out of 6 with a double and 3 runs batted in. Left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher, Chandler Alderman. Alderman with the pitch, and it's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Must have been a little outside.
Or a little low. I thought it had the plate, though.
1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2 is outside, 2-0. And that one's high, ball 3.
That was not the pitch that Minnick was wanting. He was setting up low and out on the outside corner to this left-handed hitter, and that is not what Alderman threw.
3 balls, no strikes, the count. And the pitch. Strike call, that's the automatic. That's the same spot the first pitch was, and it was a ball.
Yep.
That one's a strike. 3-1. So be it. And the pitch to the plate. That's right down the middle. 3-2.
Alderman had a 3-2 count, a 3-0 count that went 3-2
earlier. That was on Vasquez.
Yeah, ended up getting a ground ball out.
So the 3-2 pitch is lined to left field, foul ball. And that's a good thing. Had that ball been fair, that would have been at least a double. That wind still blowing right in our face here in the press box. We have all kinds of things used as anchors. And ball 4 just missed. I'd like to see that little box that they use on TV to see where that pitch was.
Yeah.
That'll be the first walk allowed by Alderman.
That whole at bat.
Here's Reed Howard, the shortstop. He's been dropped to the number 9 spot for today's game, the freshman. And this guy swings a pretty good bat. He's hitting only .250, but for a freshman in Division I, that's not too shabby. Check of the runner at first. And the pitch to the plate, hit the turf, bounced away from Minnick, and that's a wild pitch. So Haller goes down to second. And a 1-ball count to Reed Howard. Howard .250 with 5 home runs. One ball, no strikes. Alderman now with a runner at second base. Pitch, a strike called, 1-1. Western got a run in the second inning on a solo home run by Hayes. They lead it 1-0. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Handcuffed him that time.
Sure did. Got that ball in on the hands and dropping away.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Howard. The leadoff man, Ciervo, is on deck. Man on second, no outs here in the third inning. Ground foul past third. Over by the Western dugout. Count remains 1-2. Nice turnout today for Saturday afternoon. The grandstand right behind home plate down below us is almost full. Alderman with a 1-2 pitch inside. That backed him away. Trying to go in with that same pitch, but pushed it a little too far inside. 2-2.
Got a respectable number of fans in blue off to our right.
Yep, they're over there close to the Blue Raider dugout. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and that ball hit the turf and rolled out to first base. So they're going to call that a foul? The umpire stepped out in the middle of the infield as soon as the ball got away from Minnick.
They're making the batter come back.
See, I think he's calling it a foul ball. And now
and if they're
dreaded umpire get together out in the middle of the infield. Scoreboard still shows 2-2, so I think he called that a foul ball. That ball rolled so far out in the infield, John, that who was it, Alderman? Minnick. Alderman had to chase it down?
Yeah, Alderman actually flipped to first base. And if they're making the runner come back, unless he called a balk, they should be making that runner go back to second.
Yeah, he's going to trot back to second base, and the count will be 2-2. So that's just a foul ball. I don't know if he would have been out at first or not. That was a close play.
I think he would have been safe.
So that might be a break that went the Raiders' way. We'll see. 2-2. Alderman with the pitch. Ground ball past the shortstop into left field. That is a base hit. They'll hold him at first and third. So the first 2 men are on here in the third inning for the Hilltoppers. Good piece of hitting again by Howard.
That gets Jerry Myers out of the dugout.
That is hit number 2 off Alderman. And the Hilltoppers have runners at first and third. Now, defensively, I think Jerry wants to talk to his infielders and will probably play them back and try to get a ground ball for a double play, even though it would allow a run to score. This early in the game, John, I think you would give up a run to get 2 outs.
I think you're absolutely right about that. And I will tell you, with I'm not a lip reader, but I can guarantee you that most of that conversation was directed at Alderman.
So here's Ciervo, the leadoff hitter, grounded to second in the first inning. We would like to see that again. First and third, no outs. Shortstop, second baseman do play back and double play depth, which is a couple of steps in closer from their normal positioning. And he bunts through the ball, and Minnick took a look down to third to see if he might have that runner too far off base, but the runner was back.
Well, if that was a true bunt, it was going to be a safety squeeze, not a suicide squeeze.
1 strike to Ciervo. And the pitch. Full swing and a miss, strike 2. Takes his batting helmet off, steps out of the box, adjusts his batting gloves, steps back in. In the big leagues, you have to ask permission to do that, I think. 2 strikes the count. Struck him out. Call third strike. And I think he knew it.
I think so, too.
So that's 1 out, John. A ground ball here might get us out of this inning. And this is Vasquez, who grounded out to first. First baseman Miller in the first inning.
3-6-3? How would that be? I think I'd rather have a 4-6-3.
Alderman checks the runner at first. He's going, and a foul to the screen. So Western, trying to stay out of a possible double play, sends the runner on that first pitch, but Vasquez fouled it off. So 1 strike. Now I expect he'll get a little attention from Alderman. Left-hander staring straight at him as he comes set. And a throw over there. Runner back. Alden doesn't have a particularly good move to first for a left-hander. Some do, some don't. One strike the count. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. And Vasquez did not offer. So Chandler ahead in the count, 2 strikes. First and third with 1 man out here in the third inning. Western leading 1-0. Pitch to the plate, ground foul past third. That'll kick off that brick wall and roll out into the outfield.
There's a Hilltopper chasing it.
Dugout chases it down.
He chased a long way.
So the count holds at 2 strikes to Vasquez. Runner over there has a decent lead at first base. Pitch to the plate is swung on and missed, struck him out. And that's back-to-back first division strikeouts for Alderman.
Well, you just needed to prime the pump with that first vision read.
Here's Weidman, who grounded out in the first inning. So now 2 outs and a runner at first. Minnick out behind the plate to give signals to his infield. What's going to happen if that runner tries to steal? Whether I'm going to throw down, or I'm going to throw to third, or I'm going to fake a throw, or I'm just going to eat it.
I'd say eat it.
Pitch to the plate is swung on, grounded, foul. Same spot as that last ground ball.
Somebody out of the dugout cut that one off, though, before it could get to that wall and bounce back onto the field.
1 strike to count. Alderman throws to first, runner back. So we've got Haller at third and Howard at first with 2 outs. Runner goes, ground foul over by the Western dugout. Count will be strike 2 now to Weidman. So Howard was off with the pitch, has to return to first base. Alderman with the 0-2 pitch. A runner goes again, and another foul ball. So the count will hold at strike 2, and again Howard has to return to first. He started that time, John, like he wanted to be picked off.
Yeah.
Maybe try a delayed steal.
Well, they tried that on his yesterday, right?
We didn't bite.
We just let the guy walk to second base.
And now Paul thrown back to the backstop, but the Raiders got a break here as it carried him right back into Tyler Minnick-Smith.
And that is going to go in the book as a wild pitch. They're going to throw that baseball off. It hit the brick wall.
So Howard finally gets to second base on a wild pitch.
But not a stolen base.
The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ryan Weidman. And now 2 runners in scoring position for the Hilltoppers. Pitch is high and outside, ball 2. He's trying to get him to bite on something. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You don't want to load the bases in this situation.
No.
This is the batter you need to get right here.
Yeah, and he's starting out with that 0-2 count and 2 way out of the zone now. He needs to just come after him.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So Alderman, who did not have a strikeout in the first 2 innings, strikes out the side. 3 of those first division strikeouts. And in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left on base. So we've completed 3 full innings, and your totals for Western Kentucky: 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. And for the Raiders, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. 1-0 Western. And we take you to the 4th inning. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Throw goes down to second. We go to the fourth inning, and before Eston Snyder steps in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Palmer, John Callow with you from Bowling Green. Eston Snyder stands in to lead off the fourth inning. Whalen's first pitch driven into center field. A wind will help hold that one down as Weidman makes the catch for out number one. Put a good swing on that
he did.
ball, and again, the wind is just fighting everything going into the outfield today. One out. So as Hayden Miller said before the game, the game plan is to try and hit line drives. Pitch is low and inside to Clay Badalak, 4-1.
He was showing bunt.
Trying to get that third baseman in a little bit. Takes a strike. It's 0-2. Oh, I'm sorry, 1-1. 1-1 to Badalak.
93-mile-an-hour fastball to Badalak.
Clay struck out in the first inning. Hits this one in the air, but foul down the left side. Count is 1-2.
Came back with another fastball.
Right-hander Drew Whalen. And struck him out swinging. A lot of heat on that pitch, and that is out number 2.
Yeah, 3 pitches, 93, 93, and 94.
Wow. 6 strikeouts now for Whalen. And with 2 outs in the fourth, the batter's Brett Von Dolan. He fanned in the first inning. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Swung on, ground ball left side, backhanded by the shortstop. Makes the throw, but not in time. That'll be an infield hit.
That was a pretty good play
for Von Dolan. Had he not double clutched after he backhanded it, he might have thrown Von Dolan out at first. Vondo's not, he's not that speedy a runner down the line.
He is not Eston Snyder down the line. You're right about that.
So that's the second hit for the Raiders, and both of them infield hits.
Reed Howard made a terrific play there in the hole to just knock that ball down, keep it in the infield.
Here's Tyler Minnick, had a fairly deep fly ball out. There's a ball hit in the hole, knocked down by the third baseman, can't make a play. He'll have to chase it down, and that's going to be another infield hit.
I'd hope.
So the Raiders, although they're swinging the bats, haven't been able to get the ball out of the infield. On the ground, anyway. They've had some fly balls. Third hit off Whalen, all infield hits. Runners at first and second for Keaton Ray. 2 on, 2 out in the fourth. Ray lines it. That is just foul down the
now that
right field line.
That one was foul, but not by much.
First baseman Hayes almost caught that ball, lunged into foul territory. Just got by him, cleared the umpire, but
about a foot foul.
Yeah, landed in foul ground. So 1 strike to Keaton Ray.
It's not like the one that was called foul that hit the foul line, or at least from my viewpoint.
Whalen with the pitch. High, outside, 1-1. Strike 2 called. And the count goes to 1-2.
I tell you what, the Raiders already have more hits against Whalen than his last 2 opponents.
Swung on, hit foul. They'll run after that one. That's going to blow out of play.
Wind helped us on that one. Last week in 6 innings at Liberty, Wayland only gave up 2 hits. Previous week at Dallas Baptist, when he actually took the loss, only went 3 innings, 2 hits there. His 6 2/3 inning at with Sam Houston here, he only gave up 3 hits. So we're getting to him a little bit.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, check swing, and surprise, surprise. The third base umpire says he didn't go. 2-2.
Camden Ross was selling that one hard, the Western catcher.
Von Dolan at second, Minnick at first, 2 outs. And Wayland with a 2-2 pitch. Line, and the first baseman knocks it down, will touch the bag to end the inning. That ball was a shot, but it was right at Hayes. Played it off his chest, picked it up, and ran over and touched the base at first. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. So we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is still Western Kentucky 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. Blue Raider baseball coming to you from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Raiders trailing 1-0. Chandler Alderman got in a jam in the 3rd inning, John, but then struck out the side with 2 men on.
Well, except for that one pitch, that was a mistake to Kyle Hayes. It's been pretty good. Dick, we got an interesting one going on down in Murfreesboro. They're in the top of the 7th. They're on campus, and the Lady Raiders, Jacksonville State, tied 3-3 in the top of the 7th.
I think we got the run rule against us yesterday, didn't we?
We did, or if we didn't, yes, we did yesterday. Sure
All right,
did.
Here's Hayes. Home run in the 2nd inning. Hit it over the bullpen in left field for his 6th of the season and 3rd in the series. Swings and misses at the first pitch.
He was trying for another one,
yes,
wasn't
he was. 1 strike to count. Alderman's pitch. Tried to catch the outside corner, but just outside for ball 1. 1-1. First baseman Kyle Hayes. Young man from the Chicago area. Swings, hits this from the left field, but the wind's going to hold this one down. Keaton Ray over to make the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, put a pretty good swing on it.
He is, as they say, in a groove. And but for that strong wind, I expect that one might have left the park.
Yeah.
Here's Marcelo, the DH, grounded out back in the 2nd inning. And again, Clapp playing him 6 feet back on the outfield turf.
Matt Wolf back a step under the outfield. Now he moves up into the brown section.
First pitch is a strike to Marcella. He is a junior, as most of these starters are. Swinging a foul off to the left. The count will be strike two. Marcella from Monroe, Louisiana, has played at two different community colleges, Baton Rouge Community College, and then transferred to Hines Community College for her second year. That's in Mississippi, I think.
Oh, we're close to Jackson.
0-2 pitch outside, ball one, 1-2.
Thinking Hines might actually be down in Raymond, which is a suburb of Jackson.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the fourth. Western on top, 1-0. Alderman with the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Had him chasing an outside pitch.
Yeah, it changed up on him.
Count holds at 1-2.
Been throwing him right in the upper 80s. Came down to 90 on that, or to 80 on that pitch. Enough of a difference that he had him out in front.
Alderman with a 1-2 pitch and struck him out swinging. Marcella down on strikes for out number 2. That's a first division strikeout, and number 4 for the left-hander. 2 outs in the fourth. The batter is the catcher, Camden Ross. Hit a line drive, but right at Hayden Miller for an out in the second inning.
Jacksonville State just put up 2 in the top of the 7th. And still batting, so it's now 5-3 Jacksonville State.
Pitch is outside, ball 1 to Ross. That's in the softball game going on campus today. 1 ball, no strikes. And Alderman with the pitch. Missed again, ball 2, 2-0. Bases empty, 2 outs. The pitch, strike call, 2-1 to Ross. Wind continues to blow. The lights are on here.
No hint of rain, though.
Pitch to play way outside. Ball 3, 3-1. Temperature was 76 at game time. Predicted to go into the low 80s here today. We'll see. 3 balls and a strike to Ross, and the pitch to the plate is outside, ball 4. Second walk given up by Alderman, and with 2 outs, a runner at first. The batter is Drew Barrigan, the third baseman.
Still at 79, Dick. Very pleasant.
I mentioned Barrigan played at NAIA school last year. Now get this, John.
Okay.
Embry Ritter Aeronautical.
That's right.
In Arizona. Swinging a foul out of play.
Well, if he was interested in aeronautics, he needed to come to middle.
Wonder what their nickname is.
I don't know.
How about the Flyers?
That could be.
1 strike to count to Barrigan.
Is that it, or are you just guessing?
No, I'm just guessing. Pitch is outside, ball 1, 1-1. You're going to try to find out, aren't you?
I am. I was thinking Embry Riddle had multiple campuses, maybe.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Breaking ball right in there for a strike. That was a beauty. 1-2. Barrigan, a right-handed batter. And And Alderman with the pitch. Bouncing ball. That's going to get over Miller's head into right field. That was a turf hit. And the throw comes back in. Western will have them at first and third. High bouncer, and if Miller had been 12 feet tall, he might have been able to glove that one.
They have two campuses, one in Daytona Beach and the other one in Prescott, Arizona.
He went to the Arizona campus. That's the third hit off Alderman. Runners at the corners with 2 outs, and the batter, Austin Haller, the second baseman. He drew a walk in the third inning. Alderman throws to first. Oh, he threw it away, and that's going to get a run in. Oh, my goodness. Alderman's move to first base, John, is, I think I mentioned he did not have a great move to first.
That one certainly wasn't.
But it's a flat-footed throw. It's not a step-and throw. And he just threw that one away. So Ross is in to score. That's an E1. So no count to Haller. Runner down at second base now is Berrigan.
Right back to him.
Alderman will pick it up over to first, and that will end the inning. But Chandler will just have to say, well, that's on me, guys, because he threw that ball away trying to throw over to first base. In the inning, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left, 1-1-1-1. And we will take this game to the 5th inning. Western Kentucky 2, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the 5th inning. Western leading 2-0. And now the Raiders going to try to pick their pitcher up. Somebody makes a mistake, you just try to pick them up.
That's right. Well, I finally got an answer. They are the Eagles.
Well, that's an appropriate nickname for an aeronautical school. Here's Matt Wolf to lead off the 5th inning for the Raiders. Drew Whalen's first pitch to him is a breaking ball, a little bit low, ball 1. So Whalen has gone farther into the game than either of the other 2 starting pitchers we've seen for the Hilltoppers. Swing and a miss. Starting pitcher Friday, Bennett, went only 2 innings. Starting pitcher yesterday, Hall, went 3 2/3. And Whalen's already pitching into the 5th. Wolf takes the pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Matt looking for his first hit in this series.
Well, Whalen here in the 5th inning has only thrown, 53 pitches coming in.
High inside, ball 3, 3-1. He hasn't walked anybody. That's what got Alderman in trouble, that 2-out walk in the 4th inning. Strike call, 3-2. I think we've solved the puzzle of Drew Whalen's hometown. I think it is Franklin, Tennessee.
Went to Franklin High School.
Foul to the screen. Count holds 3-2. The release I had that was talking about his accomplishments as pitcher of the week was from Conference USA, and they may have assumed Franklin, Kentucky.
Wrong.
Get in trouble by assuming stuff. There's a line shot. That's the first hit in the series for Matt Wolf, and no doubt about that one. And that's the first hit out of the infield that the Raiders have had.
That's right. Sharply hit to right field.
So the leadoff man on in the fifth, and the batter is Brett Rogers, hit number 4 off Whalen. Rogers had an infield hit in the third.
4 hits is the most hits he's given up in a conference start.
Rogers showed bunt, took the pitch high and outside, ball 1. Western leading 2-0. We're in the top of the fifth. Raiders with the leadoff man on here in the fifth.
Got some scurrying around.
Bouncing ball, and it's going to be a tough play. Throw to first, safe.
Safe, yes, beat it out.
Shortstop had to charge in. The ball bounced over the pitcher's mound.
That's another one of those turf hits, Dick. That high bounce off of grass, that's not going to bounce like that.
So that is the second infield hit for Brett Rogers and the 5th hit overall for the Raiders. First and second with no outs, and now
we're starting to see some action in the Western bullpen now.
With Hayden Miller coming up, John, this is a guy who has been a tough out for Western Kentucky in this series. It's also a bunting situation. So this is a decision that that's why Coach Myers is paid to make these decisions. But I'm glad I don't have to make them.
What do we got here? Oh,
he's
just bringing baseballs.
Oh, he's killing time. Killing time. Just brought a ball out of the dugout to stop play.
Why are they letting him?
And the umpire says to Hayden Miller, get out of the way. Why are they letting him throw pitches, John?
You got me, unless he's saying I might not be healthy.
No, they're just killing time. That's all they're doing to get their bullpen ready. I mean, it's obvious. I don't understand this at all. Whalen's just out there like he's warming up before the inning.
Yeah. Umpire's standing unless they call timeout. This is very strange.
Well, timeout's not going to last this long. How long does it take to hand a baseball to an umpire?
I don't know. He's got a new supply of baseballs.
He's just piddling around out on the mound. Piddling, that's what he's doing. Something is amiss somewhere, John. This is very unusual. Now they're looking into the dugout.
Are they appealing something? The two umpires are in doing a review, Dick.
Okay, I'm sorry. I take away what I said about the.
So what they're doing is challenging the play at first base, which he was obviously safe. That's what they're doing. And yes, they're killing time.
Every close play in this game has been challenged, not only by Western but by us.
Yeah, that's what's going on. They're challenging, and what that's doing is giving their bullpen time to throw.
And Whalen's just out there throwing pitches.
Yeah.
Let him keep throwing. Let him wear his arm out.
Well, he hadn't been throwing those 90-mile-an-hour, 94, 95-mile-an-hour fastballs.
I can't get accustomed to this challenge business, John.
Yeah,
it's just
but that's
beyond me.
As I was looking, all of a sudden I realized there's only one umpire on the field. So that's what they're doing. They've challenged the play. He's going to be safe. And that guy in the bullpen is probably ready to go now. Let's see. Got a right-hander down there.
I guess we should have taken a break, just like a pitching change, but it was too late to do that now.
We didn't know. That's number 19, Trayson. What is his name? Trayson Peters throwing in the bullpen.
Raiders have runners at first and second with nobody out here in the 5th inning, and Hayden Miller, the scheduled batter. Boy, this is the longest one we've had, I think, in the series. We had 3, I think, the night you weren't here, and some more yesterday. I'm kind of glad we don't have that challenge thing installed at home.
We're going to have it next year, I understand.
Oh.
That's all we need.
So we're just killing time up here. You got any scores that you can pass along from the conference?
Well,
I know we're not usually don't do that until the 7th inning, but
let me see what I got here.
Apparently we've got all kinds of time right now.
I thought I had this one. We had 2 games that started at noon and 2 that started at 1 o'clock like us. Let's see what we got here.
This unexpected scoreboard brought to you by the Daily News Journal.
They called him out.
That's terrible. That is a terrible call. Coach Myers wants an explanation. Oh.
I'll hold on those scores. That's just awful. I'd be furious.
I forgot he even fielded the ball. Was it the shortstop?
Yeah, that was the shortstop. Dick, we don't spend a lot of time, haven't spent a lot of time over the years talking about umpires and questioning, but we've been hosed 3 times today.
This, not only today, John, this whole series has been one-sided.
And it's that first base umpire has done it to us twice today. He that call, and then the Hayden Miller's ball that hit the line that he called foul.
Yep. So here's Miller. Pitches inside, ball 1. Whalen had a long wait out on the mound. Now the umpires don't know where they're supposed to be. They changed positions. Throw to second. Not in time.
Surprised he didn't call him out. He's still
One ball, no strikes the count.
And he's still getting a lot of noise out of the Raider dugout.
No, that's.
He's telling him
he's jawing with our dugout now.
He's telling him it's time to. And he's got his little book out. He's going to write down.
If you make a bad call and somebody tells you about it, it doesn't sit well. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Turn him slider away.
Strike 2, swinging.
Change up.
Went after a bad pitch. That was High and outside. 1-2. This whole thing can just let the air out of the balloon when you have a little rally going.
Yep. Runners at first and second, nobody out, and all of a sudden now.
I'm sorry, strike 3 call. That pitch was outside.
This is not a great crew.
Now the umpires rearrange themselves again.
Wind the pitch clock.
Cooper Clapp, the batter. 2 outs, runner at second. Pitch is inside, ball 1. Swinging a line drive to center field. That's a base hit.
Dropped, and the left fielder or the center fielder took it on a hop and then kicked it away with his glove.
Matt Wolf would have scored anyway.
He sure would have.
RBI single from Cooper Clapp. And that's only his 5th run batted in of the season, John, and it comes at a good time. Raiders needed that.
You know, he is swinging the bat so much better this weekend than he did a week ago.
Oh. Here's Eston Snyder. I'm trying really hard not to turn into a fan, you know. Snyder takes the pitch inside for ball 1.
Boy, that run that was given up on that bad pitch or that overthrow at first base.
That's big, isn't it?
Yeah.
2-1 the score. Western leading. We are in the 5th. Runner goes. Pitch is high. The throw to second base is not in time.
He did.
The throw
was
the
down
throw
there.
beat him, but the second baseman didn't get the tag on the hand coming in. So that is a stolen base for Cooper.
I'm surprised they haven't asked for a replay on that. Does that sound bitter?
A little bit. 2-0 the count. Pitch to Snyder. Check swing.
No.
I think that first base umpire was afraid to ring him up on that one.
Oh, yeah.
He's too close to our dugout now. 3-0. And the pitch to Snyder. All 4. And that one looked like a pretty decent pitch. We'll take what we can get when we're up here. That's the first walk allowed by Whalen. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, and the batter is Clay Badalak, who has struck out twice. Clay's generally pretty good about getting the bat on the ball and hitting it somewhere. Check swing into the turf, ball 1. It's 5 straight out of the strike zone.
Whalen's only walked 15 all season.
And that was his first walk today. Swung on, popped up. That's not going to get the job done. Left fielder's going to catch it for out number 3. So that is all in the 5th. Had a long delay on a replay. And Raiders come up with 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 runner left on. So we're halfway home in this game. It is Western Kentucky 2, Middle Tennessee 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wyck.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Go to the bottom of the fifth, 2-1 game, Western Kentucky leading. Today's injury report brought to you by the law offices of John Day, Murfreesboro's personal injury law firm and a proud sponsor of the Blue Raiders. And of course, we've mentioned Trace Phillips, who's out. His glove is still in the game, but he is not. And, of course, Nathan Brewer out. And we'd like to say hello to Grant Snyder. Grant had surgery on his elbow yesterday, and, of course, he's going to be out for the rest of the year. I hadn't played this year, so I think the red shirt may have been in the future anyway. But hope you're feeling well, Grant, if you're listening. And Raiders are playing well up here. This is Howard, the shortstop, number 9 hitter, to lead it off against Chandler Alderman in the 5th inning. The first pitch to him is swung on, grounded foul past third, strike one.
Final from Murfreesboro, Dick. Jacksonville State 5, Lady Raiders 3.
So they win the first. Was that? Is this the final game of the series?
It is. They win 2 out of 3 in the series.
One strike to count to Howard. Pitch misses outside, 1-1. After Howard, we go back to the top of the batting order. Blowing inside, ball 2, 2-1. Howard had a base hit in the 3rd inning.
Alderman right at 75 pitches coming into this 5th inning.
Pitch is swung on and hit foul out of play. Down the left side, 2-2. Chandler has struck out 4, walked 2, and given up only 3 hits. One of them to this batter, Howard. There's a foul out of play. Count holding it 2-2 to the freshman shortstop, Reed Howard. Young man from Indiana. Blowing inside, ball 3. So the count goes full. Left-hander Chandler Alderman winds and fires. The 3-2 pitch misses for ball 4.
Just outside.
Third walk given up by Howard, or by Alderman to Howard, and the batter will be Ciervo. Ciervo has grounded out and struck out. He's their leadoff hitter. Raiders go to Nashville on Tuesday to take on Vanderbilt. That'll be a 6 o'clock game.
Then
runner goes and a ground foul.
Then you're off on an airplane.
Yes. Yeah, we'll fly into El Paso and hitchhike to Las Cruces.
That's a long day of flying. Got to leave on Wednesday or Thursday?
It's Thursday, and think you have to change planes in Dallas. Seems like I've been on that trip before. 1 strike to count. Runner not going this time, and a strike is called. It's 0-2. This field is all turf. I don't know if we even mentioned that before the game, John. All turf, including the pitcher's mound. Bouncing ball left side. It's in the hole. Oh, a great stop by Wolf. He doesn't have a play, but
probably kept that runner at second.
So that will put him at first and second. That's an infield hit for Ciervo. And the batter is Vasquez. You know, we as broadcasters sometimes assume that people are listening to every word we say. Or listening to every game, and sometimes, you know, you forget to mention things that you need to mention, and the fact that it's an all-turf field is one of them. First and second, no outs.
We've talked several times today about turf hits, though. Those high bouncers.
You will use that as a good excuse. There's a bunt. Alderman's going to have to go to first. Sacrifice bunt will put runners at second and third with 1 out. Pitch to first on the put out, and it's a sacrifice for Vasquez. Here's Weidman, who is grounded out and struck out 0 for 2, and you hate to see this guy come up because 2 for 12 now in the series. You know he is due.
Action in the Raider bullpen.
And Alderman's pitch swung on and missed strike 1. Worked him inside.
Got Ethan and Bimbo. You've got Cole Torbett, both.
And now something's wrong with Minnick.
Yeah,
You know, 2 can play the stall game, John.
Yeah, I think that's is that one of those communication problems?
No, the trainer came out.
Oh.
So he wouldn't be out there unless there was some kind of a problem. May have had something in his eye. I don't know.
Could be.
That's quickly taken care of. And the count is 1 strike to Weidman.
But Mbembo and Torbett both warm. They were throwing yesterday. Didn't have a need for them.
So Alderman comes set, and the pitch is swung on and missed, strike 2. Weidman hitting .420 going into the game, but only 2 for 12 in this series.
Looks like he's down to .415.
There's the 0-2 pitch, and a line drive to left field, the base hit. That's going to get 2 runs in. Well, you don't keep a 400 hitter on the shelf for long.
No.
And he took that 0-2 pitch and drove it into left field, and now it's a 4-1 game. That is the 4th hit. 1, 2, 3, no, the 5th hit off Alderman. Runner at first, 1 out.
Oh, that sacrifice paid off for him, didn't
it? It did.
Wow.
Here's Hayes. Alderman steps back. Hayes corresponds by stepping out of the batter's box. Runner at first. Weidman with a 2-strike single. Drives in a pair. The pitch is low for a ball. Might be looking for this guy to run, John. Weidman's got 29 stolen bases to lead the league.
So this is not a if question. It becomes a win question, right?
Low for ball 2, 2-0.
2-0 is a good running count. 2-1 is a good running count.
Two balls, no strikes to Hayes with a home run already in this game. Strike called, caught the outside corner, 2-1. I don't think you want to pitch this guy inside. We tried that. The ball wound up in a parking lot across from the bullpen.
A long, long, long way.
2 balls and a strike. Runner goes. The throw to second base is off the mark, and Weidman's in there with his 30th stolen base of the season. And the pitch was a strike, so it's 2-2. So another runner in scoring position here in the 5th inning. Alderman comes set. And the pitch. High for a ball, 3-2. That leadoff walk on a 3-2 pitch is what started this thing.
Yep.
Full count, 3-2. Alderman turns, throws back to second. You don't really have to throw if you don't want to on that play, but he threw it anyway. The runner was standing on the base. So we're ready for the 3-2 pitch to Hayes. Runner goes. Swung on. The ball hit into left center field. Snyder going back. The ball
off the wall
comes out of his glove. The throw to the plate. Runner trying to score. And he's safe. And Snyder may be hurt.
Yeah, he's down on his knees.
He hit the wall at the 370 mark. Went up and he got the ball in his glove, and when he hit the wall, the ball came out onto the warning track, and his teammates are rushing out there, and even the trainer from Western Kentucky going out to see if he can help our trainer out.
Well, fortunately, those walls are padded, but if you're hitting that wall at full speed, and he was at full speed when he hit it, that's not a whole lot of protection. And we know for a fact Eston Snyder is never afraid to go to the wall.
That'll go as a double for Hayes. And an RBI. Weidman was running on the pitch, so he didn't know whether to go back to second or keep running when he got to third base.
Just kind of stood there until the ball broke free.
Just had to watch to see what was going to go on. So we're still waiting to see.
He's up.
Eston is up.
He's going back to his position.
Boy, he hit that wall hard right at the 370 mark. So everybody's coming back.
Yeah,
all of the infielders were out there, plus 2 of our coaches, Coach Myers, Coach Nichols, I think.
That might have just taken the breath out of him as much as anything else. He's back. He's fine. Everybody is taking that long, slow walk back to the dugout or the infield. Or
there's Marcella. I think we might get a pitching change here with the left-hander Torbett has been warming up, and now the right-hander Mbembo is.
Yeah, they've
also
both been throwing. They were throwing simultaneously. Coach Myers going all the way back to the dugout now.
First base coach for the Hilltoppers asking Coach Nichols, how's your player? And apparently he's going to stick with it. He's out there.
Yeah.
So now the batter is going to be Marcelo, the designated hitter. Are we reviewing this too?
I think we are.
See whether he actually caught the ball or if it. I saw the ball hit the ground out on the warning track.
Yeah, it bounced free. And I don't see how you could score it as anything else but an RBI double.
But we'll take any little tidbit that we can get up here.
Yeah.
Okay, John.
Yes,
so,
sir.
We've got a second here.
Okay.
I pulled my baseball history out when I've got a little time to kill on April the 19th.
Okay.
And I haven't pre-read this, so
we're into the regular season now.
Blind. Get something for the Braves. 19. Oops. And they say the batter is safe. That was a call that
I don't even
that we expected.
Yeah, I don't even know what you review there.
So we'll put that off until later.
I guess maybe you're trying to find out how long he held on to the baseball. And I thought the ball came free pretty quickly.
So here's Marcelo. I mentioned that the left-hander had been throwing. We've got a left-hander on the mound that's been throwing the whole game.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And now just let's slow it down just a little bit longer.
Now the Western coach is out. They're going to pitch hit for him.
They are.
I think they're trying to force the Raiders to make a change. So they're going to take the left-handed DH out and have a right-handed hitter come up. I don't see anybody swinging a bat yet except
number 17.
Number 17 is out there.
That'll be Kyle Vidston. Vidston.
Wow.
The H is kind of silent. I bet you he has Norwegian forebears, and that has done exactly what you said, Dick. That is triggered a pitch and change, and we'll see Ethan and Bimbo on now.
So Vidston will come in to pinch hit for Marcelo, who hadn't had any luck against Alderman. He had grounded out and struck out. And Ethan and Bimbo will be in from the bullpen. We will take a break here. Be back to tell you about the new pitcher after this on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
The pitcher for the Blue Raiders, Ethan Mbimbo, will take over for Chandler Alderman here in the fifth inning with the Raiders trailing 4-1.
Well, Ethan making
5-1, John.
Yeah, it's 5-1 now. Ethan Mbimbo making his 13th appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 19 innings, given up 17 runs, 15 earned, 26 hits, 7 walks, 25 strikeouts, 7.11 ERA, no decisions, no saves. Opponents hitting .310 against Tim Bimbo.
So Bimbo, well, he's had plenty of time to get loose with the delays that we had, the challenges, the injury, and that sort of thing.
He's been throwing pretty much since the beginning of this inning. Threw quite a bit in the bullpen yesterday.
So the batter is Vidstem.
He and Torbert both were throwing
he is
backup yesterday.
Making his first appearance in the series, hitting .235, right-handed batter. And the pitch to the plate is outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a strike called. 1-1. Vidstem is from Minnesota. No surprise there.
I was about to think, if I hadn't already said, I was going to suggest maybe some Norwegian antecedents.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. In fact, he played at junior college at Iowa Western, which is where the Western head coach coached for 20 years in junior college. 1-2 the count. And the pitch outside, end of the turf, blocked by Minnick, 2-2. Right-hander comes set. The 2-2 pitch fouled out of play. That'll be back on University Avenue. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Bimbo with the pitch. Ground ball to short. Matt Wolf got a big hop over to first. And that is out number 2 in the inning. Runner Hayes held at second. 2 outs. The batter is Camden Ross, the catcher. Ross is lined out, and in the 4th inning, he walked and scored on a throwing error by the pitcher Alderman. Runner on second with 2 outs. And the right-hander delivers, swinging a foul back, strike 1.
Ethan been getting some swing and misses.
Struck out 13 in 5 2/3 innings in relief against North Alabama. One strike the count. Inside, that one nipped him on the arm.
Got him just above the elbow.
So Ross hit by pitch. Goes down to first base. So first and second with 2 outs. The batter is Barrigan. He is grounded out and singled. Bounced to single into right field in the 4th inning. So he's 1 for 2. First and second, 2 outs. Ground foul past third. 1 strike to count. He is the 8th man to bat in the inning. And this inning, as a lot of big innings do, started with a walk. Outside. Good save by Tyler Minnick. 1-1. Just missed outside. 2-1.
I think Mbembo wanted that pitch.
The right-hander comes set, and the pitch. Ground ball in the hole. That's a base hit. They're going to wave that runner home. Throw coming to the plate, and it is not in time. And on the throw, the runner will go down to second.
Well, that throw got through Minnick, and Mbembo was backing him up.
That'll be an RBI single for Berrigan. Ross went to third and Berrigan to second on the throw to the plate. So now runners at second and third with 2 outs, and the 9th man to bat in the inning. That run is charged to...
Yeah, that's charged to Alderman. Get you the final number on Alderman here in a second.
Runners at second and third, 2 outs, and Austin Haller will be the batter.
Final number on...
now, what's the Western coach out there arguing about?
I don't know.
With the third base umpire. He just got a run, and everybody was safe. What seems to be the problem?
I'm thinking I don't know. Unless he thinks maybe on an overthrow, something went out. I don't know. Anyway, final numbers for Chandler Alderman. He goes 4 1/3, gives up 6 runs, 5 of them earned on 6 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts.
2 outs, second and third.
Those runners both belong to Ethan Mbembo.
Austin Haller, the second baseman, the batter. First pitch is a strike. 9th man to bat in the inning. Haller has grounded out and walked. So 6-1. They're threatening to break this game open.
Torbett is throwing again.
Pitch is low, 1-1. Right-hander comes set. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Needs to put him away here and get his team back into the dugout.
This has been a long half inning. Bouncing ball to first. That's fair. Miller will pick it up, step on the bag, and that will end the 5th inning. But the Hilltoppers come up with 4 runs in the inning on 4 hits. No errors and 2 men left. So we have completed 5 full innings. It's Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee 1. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the 6th inning. I think we need to make station break, John. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Brett Bondolan swings at the first pitch from Whalen, skies it into right field, and right into the glove of Ciervo for out number 1. 1 down in the 6th. Here's Tyler Minnick. Tyler has an infield hit, 1 for 2. Right-hander Drew Whalen with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Western a big inning in the 5th inning, 4 runs. And pitch outside, 1-1. Kind of like the Raiders' big inning yesterday.
Yeah.
Minnick takes it outside, ball 2, 2-1.
Well, it's what they were able to do is achieve what Coach Myers likes to talk about is separation.
Check swing, strike is called, 2-2.
But from having a very close ball game to one that's going to take a lot of offensive action that we haven't done too much with yet.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a bad pitch outside. That's out number 2. Strikeout number 8 for Whalen. And with 2 outs, the batter is Keaton Ray. He is flied out and grounded out, 0 for 2. Pitch is swung on, fouled out of play, strike 1. Whalen, the right-hander, delivers inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bouncing ball, second base, Haller over the first. And a quick 1-2-3 inning. And that's what a good pitcher will do, John. After his team gives him runs, he'll throw a shutdown inning.
Yep.
3 up and 3 down in the 6th. Nothing across for the Raiders. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Raiders trailing 6-1 here in Bowling Green. The number 9 hitter, Howard, will lead it off. Seems like we just saw him. He led it off in the previous inning. They sent 9 men to the plate, and Howard got him started with a walk on a 3-2 pitch.
That was a big play.
Ethan Mbembo came in, allowed 1 hit in the 5th inning, but that hit drove in a couple of runs. Both of which were charged to Alderman. So here's Howard, right-handed batter. And Mbembo's pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Western took an early lead in this game, 2-0. Raiders came back in the 5th to make it 2-1. There's a ball outside, but in the bottom of the 5th, Western, with 4 runs, increased their lead to 6-1, where we stand right now. We've got a pitch comm problem. And Coach Wisniewski out of the bullpen to try and take care of that problem. We'll have scores
working on them right
in
now.
The middle of the 7th inning. What?
I'm working on getting them all right now.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
And yes, we will have them.
Pitcher gets a new device. I wish every time I had an electronic problem at home, I could just have somebody hand me a new device.
That would be nice.
And Mbembo is ready to go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swinging a foul out of play, and that's over. That's even across University Avenue over by the parking lot. So, John, you can go look for that one when we get ready to go home and get you a souvenir.
I think I got all the baseballs I'll ever need.
1-2 the count. You collect autographed baseballs?
I have a few, yeah.
The pitch. Popped up. Miller coming over near the dugout. Has he got a play? Nope, that one's out of play. Have you got any autographs that you can actually read?
Oh, yeah. I have got a Joe Torre autographed baseball. Got a Nolan Ryan autographed baseball.
Now that's one I'd like to have.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. And Mbembo's pitch foul to the screen.
Someplace I've got one that is signed by the 1968 Memphis Blues.
Really?
Yeah.
I would love to have one signed by the 1972 Memphis Blues.
Well, that was the team you covered, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I never did think to do that. Ground foul. You always think of things too late, John.
Oh, yeah, that's always the case.
Count holds at 1-2 to Reed Howard. Just about all of my youth league teams, though, have signed a baseball for me. I've got all of those. Probably means more. Pitches outside, 2-2.
Well, I have a soccer ball that once was signed by all my my team at Newman School in New Orleans when I was the head soccer coach there in 1977. But they didn't sign it in Sharpie, so
Pitch foul, hit it high in the air in the right field. Cooper Clapp, the second baseman, will take it out on the outfield turf for out number 1. So all the signatures have vanished?
Yes.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it really is.
So with 1 out, the batter is Joe Ciervo, the leadoff man. 1 out of 3 with a run scored. Had an infield hit in that big 5th inning. The heat's back on, John.
It is. It's been cycling on and off all day.
Pitch is inside, ball 1.
Let me tell you, we don't need it, do we?
There were times that we could have used it. But today's not one of those.
No.
And the pitch. Check swing, strike call, 1-1 to Ciervo. 1 out in the 6th inning. Raiders trailing in this game 6-1. This is the rubber game of the 3-game set. Outside ball 2, 2-1. Our softball team fell today at home to Jacksonville 5-3. Here's the pitch. Pretty good looking pitch. I don't know where that was. It's called a ball, 3-1. And another one that looked like a strike, called ball 4.
I have not been impressed by this home plate umpires.
Such is life
Strike
on
zone.
the road.
Yep.
First walk given up by Mbembo. And the batter is Vasquez, who is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. 1 on, 1 out in the 6th. Infield double play depth, strike called. Ciervo is a threat to run. He's stolen 7 this season. In fact, all of these guys have stolen bases. They've got 90 stolen bases as a team. Runner goes, throw to second base.
Got him. If he held on, did he hold him? Got him.
A good pick down there by Cooper Clapp.
Oh, yeah.
Kept the ball on him. Now we're going to review this. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, gosh, yeah, we're going to have a review.
Another review.
I mean, he was out. Out.
All right, back in the studio. Let's take a 1-minute break so we won't have to stall through yet another review. 1 minute. We'll be back with more Blue Raider baseball from Ben Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Junior Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And the review goes on. But we are back. John's getting all of his scores together.
I am.
You can go ahead and start if you want to, John.
Well, I got one more I need to check on.
All right.
because they were in, see if this situation, oh yeah, okay. Let's start with Jacksonville State at New Mexico. New Mexico State. New Mexico State comes back, scores 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th, and they win that ball game 7-6. Down in Georgia, Kennesaw State a 10-3 winner over FIU. That is final. In Dallas, another run rule game, Dick, 14-4, Dallas Baptist over Sam Houston. And then in Ruston, let me check, see if that's gotten any farther.
That's La Tech and Liberty.
That's right. And so they are in the middle of the 8th inning there. And let me see. I'm getting one of those crazy ads that they like to do. Yeah, that ball game, they're in the middle of the 8th inning, going to the bottom of the 8th. And Louisiana Tech on top of Liberty, 4-3 in that game.
So the runner who was thrown out at second base trying to steal is still out there on the base as the review progress goes on and on and on. And that last review it had at first base, John, when the rule call was overruled, is the first review that's been overruled in this series. And I've got a sneaking suspicion in the back of my mind that it might not be the last. So
here they come.
Oh, they're back on the field.
He's out.
They upheld the ruling.
Good job. Cup Clapp did a really good job of taking that throw, pretty good throw to begin with, and was able to get it down. The runner slid into the tag.
So that's the second out. And what's the count now? It's 1-1 on Vasquez.
Yeah.
2 outs, base is empty in the 6th. And the right-hander Mbembo delivers low for ball 2, 2-1. I think this series may have set a record for reviews. I'm going to start including that in the line score. 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 hours, 5 left, and 7 reviews.
There's a little nubber down the foul territory, down the first base line that Hayden Miller picks up.
2-2.
He's got some pretty good numbers. 360, 25 RBI.
0 for 2 today is Vasquez. And Mbembo with the pitch. Fly ball foul, off to the left, out of play.
Well, he got under it, pulled it.
Some of our fans out in the picnic area.
I think I see a couple of them out there.
Yeah. Mingling with the crowd. Nice place to enjoy a ball game.
Yeah.
There's strike 3. He went around, and that's going to be all in the 6th for the Hilltoppers. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We've completed 6 full innings. Western Kentucky, 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. And the Raiders, 1 run, 5 hits, and an error. We'll go to the 7th on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Back in Bowling Green at Nick Dennis Field. Raiders on the downside of a 6-1 score as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Drew Whalen, the Western Kentucky starter, back to the mound. His longest appearance of the season, 6 2/3. So he is bumping up against that longest performance. Let's see if I can find his pitch count here. That'll tell you a lot about whether or not they intend to take him farther than the 6 2/3. He'll be facing Matt Wolf. Wolf singled his last at-bat, 1 for 2. Looking at that pitch count for Whalen.
First pitch is a ball outside to Matt Wolf, leading off the 7th inning.
Whalen up to 83 pitches, so I would suspect they'd like to get 7 from him tonight, Dick, or this afternoon.
Swing and a foul.
No, that's
down
going to
the
stay
left
fair.
field line. No, it's going to stay fair, isn't it?
Yep. Left fielder handles that one, and it's
the wind didn't help as much on that.
No,
one.
it sure didn't. So that's 1 down.
1 out in the 7th, and the batter is Brett Rogers. I think this may be the deepest Whalen has gone. Have you got his
6 2/3 is his longest. So 1 more out here, and it'll equal that. That's also his career longest.
Swinging a foul back, strike 1.
You know, you compare his numbers this year to his numbers a year ago when he was a freshman, when he was used primarily as a reliever.
Strike 2 called.
You're talking about 2 entirely different pitchers. What happens during that summer, I wonder, that flips that switch?
Outside for ball 1, 1 and 2 to Rogers. Hayden Miller will bat next.
A year ago, in 16 appearances, half of them were starts. A 5.25 ERA. This is not going to happen. There is action in the Western Kentucky bullpen. Right-hander throwing out there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Went after a high pitch with a second out. That's 9 strikeouts. Nine strikeouts for Whalen today. And with 2 outs, the batter is Hayden Miller. And he has struck out twice, has been called out both times.
Whalen at 91 pitches.
And this time he bounces it to the left side. Third baseman cuts it off, throws to first. Got him to end the inning. That is all in the 7th. Nothing across for the Raiders. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Still Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Raiders trailing 6-1. Ethan Mbembo still out there for the Raiders, coming on in relief of Chandler Alderman back in the 5th inning. Any updates?
They've gone to top of the 9th in Ruston, and Louisiana Tech still on top 4-3. Nobody out in the top of the 9th with a runner on.
So they're trying to get 27 outs.
They are trying to get 27 outs at this point.
Here's Weidman to lead off. He had a big base hit in the 5th inning with 2 strikes on him. He singled, drove in 2 runs. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Had him way out in front. Bimbo's got a pretty good changeup.
Pitches out of the set. And a shot to left side, knocked down by Wolf. He won't be able to throw him out. And that'll be called an infield hit, but a hit just the same. It's hit number 2 off Mbembo. Nobody out. The batter would be Hayes.
Hate to see him coming up with a runner on.
Got that right. He hit that ball that Snyder almost caught leaping at the wall and then ran into the wall, hurt himself. The ball came out. Hayes has had a home run and a double today. The runner goes, the throw to second base, not in time. Stolen base for Weidman. That's his 31st of the season.
That was a close play, though. Good throw, good tag. About a 1/10 of a second too late.
Raiders not going to appeal it. They weren't going to get the call anyway.
You're a cynic, Dick.
Pitch. Outside, 1-1. Hard not to be.
I know. I'm not going to disagree with you either.
1 ball, 1 strike to Hayes. Runner at second, no outs. And Mbembo turns and does not throw back. So on the play that Hayes hit the ball to the wall that Snyder almost caught, the runner was Weidman, and he was running on the pitch, trying to steal third. The pitch is outside, 2-1. If you're a base stealer, you try to steal anything you can. And I don't think there's any qualms about him trying to steal third. Check swing, that is a foul ball. Count will go to 2-2.
Yeah, the Hilltoppers do have action in their bullpen. Kinda.
Pitch outside, check to swing, 3-2.
Yeah, I tell you what, if it's me, I'm bringing Waylon out for another inning. He has absolutely not had any trouble with the Raiders since the 5th inning.
He's trying to steal third. The throw down there is
got him
in time. Badlack put the tag on, And that was ball 4. So Hayes will go to first. Weidman goes to the dugout. 2-5 on the putout. And that is out number 1. And the walk charge to Mbimbo. 1 on, 1 out. They just swap a Rutherford out.
Well, and a runner in scoring position. I'm not sure I understand that.
This is number 7, pitch hitting. That's Caleb Marmo, a left-handed hitter, hitting .250. This is so this will be the 3rd player used in the DH spot.
And back a couple of innings, back in that 5th inning, they made that change with the pinch hitter going from a right-handed hitter to a left-hander to force the change in the bullpen to bring Mbimbo in. I don't understand.
What's the delay now? Do we have another challenge?
Oh, gosh, who knows?
Minnick had gone out to the mound.
They may have been talking about how they were going to pitch this guy.
Okay. So a runner at first, 1 out.
Yeah, and they've gone back to a left-handed hitter, and that's going to get Jerry Meyer, and that'll get Cole Torbett in this ball game, I'll bet you.
So Minnick was just buying some time, going out to the mound.
Yeah.
Coach Myers making the trip.
Torbett's been throwing for 3 innings. I think he's ready. I think they just wanted to. Yeah, he's called for the left-hander.
All right, so we will have a pitching change, and that means we'll take a break. Be back to tell you about our new pitcher when we come back as you listen to Middle Tennessee Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
New pitcher for the Blue Raiders, left-hander Cole Torbett will come in.
He'll be making his 12th appearance, and 9 of those in relief. He's primarily a reliever. He's thrown 21 1/3 innings, given up 18 runs, 12 earned, 21 hits, 11 walks, 15 strikeouts. He's got a 5.06 ERA, an 0-3 record, and opponents hitting .244.
Came in to pitch to 1 batter in the game. Was that last night? Or
that was Thursday night. Thursday
night. Yeah.
Last night was Friday night.
Came in to pitch to 1 batter, issued a walk, and immediately came out.
Yeah, that was a situational deal.
So, Torbett from Johnson City, East Tennessee lad. He was an outstanding football player in high school, wide receiver, and still holds some wide receiver records up at Science Hill High School.
You talked to him once pregame about that.
I think I did, yeah.
Decided that his future lay with baseball.
So the batter will be the pinch hitter who had to wait a long time, Marmo. And now he's facing a left-handed pitcher.
And with a bunch of right-handed hitters coming up, I think that was what they were trying to induce that situation.
And he bunts, foul, strike one.
Yeah, with just one out there, they want to stay out of that double play, see if they can't get some more offense going. And particularly with the right-handers coming up against a left-handed pitcher. There's the train.
Train makes its first appearance of the day. Throw to first, runner back.
That would be embarrassing for Hayes to be over there and get picked off. His lead about a half step shorter this time.
And the left-hander delivers a strike. 0-2.
Torbett has a better move to first than Alderman.
Two strikes the count. Pitch is outside. Oh, they may have him. Did they? No, they didn't get him.
Just barely missed him.
Minnick
bounced the throw, and had it been a better throw, they would have nailed him.
Yeah, he was off
by a couple of hands.
He was off the base a good distance there after the pitch. 1-2 the count.
They're still having equipment issues. There we go.
That's catcher Minnick had to do some adjusting.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Torbett comes set. Long wait and the pitch. Foul just outside the bag at first. Turned on that one.
They have got uniformed players stationed on the outside of the foul walls, both sides, who looks like their primary job is to jump over the wall and catch foul balls into the corners.
Really?
Yeah.
Coach Pete would be proud. Outside, ball 2. Another thing we forgot, John, to describe the uniform colors today. Western is in red tops and the white pants, and the Raiders are in their camo tops with the gray pants and the blue caps. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So Marmo strikes out swinging for out number 2. And marked out a strikeout for Torbett.
Well, down in Ruston, we just went final. Liberty loaded the bases, had the bases loaded with 2 outs. Couldn't get that run across, so Louisiana Tech holds on for a 4-3 win. So we've gone final with all of our Conference USA today, except for this one.
Camden Ross, the batter. Torbett throws to first, and the ball got away. Down to second base goes Hayes. That did not seem to be a bad throw. Did you get a good look at it?
I did not.
Nor did I. Somebody's going to get an arrow, though.
I would think so. Let's see where that there is going to go.
It's usually on the pitcher, but so that's 2 pickoff throws that have gone awry.
And that one, it looked like they had him.
Here's the pitch, fouled out of play, strike 1 to Ross.
They're calling that an error on the pitcher, knee 1.
So that's 2 throwing errors on our pitchers in this game. on throws to first base. And the pitch. If you're going to make an error throwing to first, you might as well just let them try to steal second and take your chances down at second base. 2 strikes the count. John, the sun is trying very hard to come out.
It really is.
Got a lot of blue sky up ahead. Still plenty of clouds, though. Here's the pitch. Low and inside, 1-2. Ross today has lined out, walked, and been hit by a pitch. Inside again, 2-2. This has got a 3-hour-plus game written all over it.
Yes. I was just checking, and yes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So Torbett comes in and strikes out the 2 batters he faces, even though he committed a throwing error in the inning. No runs. And 1 hit, 1 left. So we have completed 7 full innings in Bowling Green. It's Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee 1 on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We go to the 8th inning and a new pitcher on for Western Kentucky. And I'm not at all unhappy to see a pitching change here.
Boy, isn't that the truth?
Trayson Peters, 6'7", 235, a senior from Cottonwood, Arizona. And, John, he's a transfer from Gonzaga.
Well, he's making his 10th appearance, his 5th in relief. Had 5 starts as well. He's thrown 27 2/3 innings, given up 15 runs, 13 of them earned on 22 hits, 17 walks, 28 strikeouts, 4.23 ERA, a 2-0 record with no saves.
And Connor Ross has got ready to throw the ball to second base after the final warm-up pitch. I think his spikes got tangled up in the turf, and he just went through with the throwing motion, but he didn't release the ball. The coach is going to come out and say, "Are you all right, son?" You can hurt yourself doing that.
Yeah.
So that will be yet another delay in this game. I bet if somebody had a stopwatch and they could actually start it and stop it at the time the actual game was going on, we might have a 2-hour and 15-minute game. But that ain't the case.
Peter's last performance was a week ago. That would have been the Saturday game last weekend at Liberty. And he ended up taking the win. Through 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, struck out 5 in that performance.
Cooper Clapp takes a strike on the first pitch.
I'm not sure that we've necessarily dodged a bullet by going to Peters.
Swinging a foul off the screen, 0-2.
Throws hard, 93 miles an hour on that pitch.
Cooper Clapp, if not the shortest, maybe the shortest Blue Raider, and he lofts it into left field, and that's going to be caught out there by the left fielder Vasquez. And that is out number 1. Go back to the top of the batting order for Eston Snyder. We had to kind of hold our breath when he went down after hitting the wall in the 5th inning. But he bounced right back like a trooper and will stand in there against Peters. And that one hit him. Yeah, he's not very happy about being hit, I'll tell you that.
Got him in the shoulder.
Might be where he hit himself. He hit the wall. I'm sure he's got some bruises from that.
Definitely going to see some ice, aren't we?
So that's a hit by pitch. Raiders have a base runner here in the 8th inning. The batter is Clay Badalak. Clay 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Hits one hard to second, backhanded over to second, out there, throw to first, double play. Well, that's a quick inning. That's a 4-6-3 double play, pitcher's best friend. And that will be all for the Raiders in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It is Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee 1 on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
The other air.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Raiders trailing 6-1. Atmos Energy delighted to sponsor the Blue Raiders and fuel homes and businesses in Middle Tennessee with affordable, efficient, and reliable natural gas for today and generations to come. Natural gas, the smart choice for fueling our energy future. This is Barrigan. No, it's not Barrigan. What's this number? 13? Number 13.
Yeah, this is Lizama.
Lizama pinch hitting here in the 8th inning for Barrigan. Left-handed batter. Pitch from Torbett is ball one outside. So bringing a left-handed hitter to face a left-hander. And Barrigan had 2 hits in the game, 2 out of 3. Takes a strike, it's 1-1. Bottom 3 in the order. Lizama in the game for the first time. Missed high, 2-1. Big old bumblebee flying around.
I saw that.
Outside the press box. Somebody seated down below tried to swat him away. Don't get that fella mad. There's a foul out of play, 2-2.
Dick, the scoreboard is showing 3 errors for us. The stat machine is throwing 3 errors for us. I'm only showing 2. You're only showing 2.
I got 2 throwing errors on the pitchers. That's all
it.
I've got.
I have no idea where that other error is.
3-2 the count to Lizama. And he fouled it out of play. Lizama started the Friday game and did not start yesterday. Came in as a pinch hitter yesterday. So the count is full, 3-2. And Torbett with the pitch, swung on at the fouled at the plate. Count holds 3-2. Bottom of the 8th inning, the Raiders will have the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up in the 9th. And the pitch to the plate is outside, and he walked it. A leadoff walk. That's 7 walks today for Raider pitchers. And at least 1 leadoff, 2, 3 leadoff walks. Here's Haller. He's grounded out twice and walked. Time called momentarily for something. Maybe the batter called time. I don't know. Just another delay. Haller comes set. Torbett comes set, throws the first.
I think one of those.
It's getting late, John.
Yeah, I think one of those walks you've got was a hit batter.
Could have been.
Are you showing Camden Ross with 2 walks or a walk and a hit batter?
1 walk, 1 hit batter.
Yeah.
But he was not a leadoff.
No.
There is ball. What is that? Ball 1.
Yeah, Minnick is going to go talk to Torbett. We do have action in our bullpen, and that is. Was that just as I mentioned that? Stop throwing.
So we've got a moment here. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Middle Tennessee Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Here is pitch to Haller. And it is right in for a strike. While we were taking our station ID, some fellow's straw hat blew off his head over the brick wall of the picnic area, and he had to jump that wall and scamper out there and pick it up. And he had a little trouble getting back over the wall. I know that feeling. 1-1 is outside, 2-1. Some of the fans feel this one's in the bag. They're walking out.
Yeah, 3 walks for Alderman, 2 for Mbimbo, 1 here for Torbett now. So
pitch outside. Ball 3, 3-1.
So that's
time
6
call.
walks.
Coach Myers is going to make a trip to the mound. 3 balls, 1 strike. So you go to the bullpen, your pitcher comes in, strikes out the 2 batters he faces, but then walks the leadoff man and then goes to 3-1, and Coach Myers is scratching his head.
And I still
a little talk.
And I still haven't found that third error.
You don't think they gave Snyder an error, do you?
I don't think so. Let me check that again.
They have Hayes with 2 hits. He's the one that hit that ball.
Yeah, hold on. They do have Hayes with 2 hits.
No, that wasn't it.
A double and a home run.
Yep.
I don't know. Was there another thing that we scored a double that should have been? And the stat machine has 8 hits, just like we have 8 hits.
Yep, yeah. That's what I've got.
You got me.
Counts 3-1 to Haller. Lefty-lefty matchup. He walked the left-handed hitter, Lozana. And the pitch. Hit to right field, a base hit. Runners will be at first and second with no outs. So the batter will be Howard. If they don't think they have enough, they might be bunting here. 6-1 game. Raiders with just 3 outs remaining.
Boy, that wind that was such a factor early is almost died away.
Torbett's pitch, not bunting, hit to left field, and it gets by Keaton Ray. It's going to roll all the way to the wall.
That's going to score 2.
Throw will be to third, and in there with what may be scored a triple. We'll have to get the scoring on that. Runner on second scores, the runner on first scores. Keaton Ray tried to shoestring that ball, and it got past him all the way to the wall, and Snyder had to chase it down.
They are calling that a triple.
First of the year for Howard, who gets a couple of RBIs. It's now 8-1. Both those runs belong to Torbett. They were his responsibility. Ground ball, foul past third. This is
Torbett's still in there.
Ciervo. One strike to count.
Raiders playing the infield in with nobody out.
Pitch is low for ball 1, 1-1. Runner at third, no outs. There's a strike. He had to call that a strike. It sounded like a strike.
It did that.
1-2 the count. Low and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ciervo batting for the 5th time in the game. He has 1 hit. Struck him out. He went for a bad pitch. So Torbett gets his 3rd strikeout. And with 1 out, a runner at third, the batter is Vasquez.
Well, that sacrifice that he had in the 5th inning was a big play.
It really was. Set up a 4-run inning. Hits this with the center. Snyder's got room, makes the catch. The runner will tag after the catch and score. Be a sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Vasquez. And that will make it 9-1. 2 outs, base is empty now.
And we're going to see a new pitcher.
This is Weidman.
Jerry Myers on the way to the mound. He's already called for a pitcher.
So we will take a break here. Come back, tell you about our new pitcher when we come back on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
So the new pitcher for the Raiders is right-hander Johnny Stevens. Coming in, junior college transfer from Walter State.
Johnny Stevens making his 12th appearance, all but one in relief. He's thrown 18 2/3 innings, given up 24 runs, 18 of them earned on 25 hits, 18 walks, 18 strikeouts, 8.68 ERA, a 3-1 record with no saves.
So as a relief pitcher, what more could you ask? You come in with 2 outs and nobody on base.
And all you got to do is get 1 out of this thing, right?
Yep. But it's a tough out. That is Weidman. It's 2 singles and 4 trips. Drove in what we think is the 2 key runs in the game. 2-run single in the 5th inning, set up by that sacrifice bunt. So Johnny Stevens ready to work to Ryan Weidman. Hilltopper center fielder. Both right-handed. Pitch. Check swing. Well, they finally called a strike. No, wait a minute. Stop the presses.
Oh, gosh.
They called a strike on a check swing. 0-1. Swing and a foul back. Count is 0-2. First base umpire getting some lip from their first base coach on that check swing. Fouled out of play. He said, you're supposed to call everything our way. And you didn't do it. Oh, 0-2 the count to Weidman. And the pitch. Check swing. You're not going to ring him up on that. 1-2.
Final numbers on Cole Torbett. Goes an inning and a third. Gives up 3 runs, 1 of them earned on 2 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. So Johnny Stevens comes in and gets the only man he faces on a strikeout. 3 runs on 2 hits, nobody left. And we will go to the ninth. It is Western Kentucky 9, Middle Tennessee 1. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the ninth inning. Raiders trailing 9-1. Scoring change in the eighth inning. They, instead of a triple for Howard, they credited him with a single and a two-base error charge to our left fielder, Keaton Ray, when he tried to shoestring that ball and it got past him. So that will make the totals at the end of the eighth. 3 runs, 1 hit. Well, still 3 runs, 2 hits, but 1 error. And leading off for the Raiders, Brett Bondolan. Well, what were we ahead, John, going into the ninth inning against La Tech? Was it 8-1?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure. Bondolan 1 for 3, a single, swing and a miss, strike 1. This is Peters working his second inning. He set the side down after a double play helped him in that eighth inning.
We may not find that 4th error until we see the box score.
Pitch is outside, 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. Ground ball, and Bondolan will be thrown out. Who got that one, John? I was looking.
6-3.
Shortstop to first.
Yep.
1 out. Getting you set up for the post-game show.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be fun.
Some are, some aren't.
Yeah.
First pitch to Minnick is a strike, 0-1. Tyler 1 for 3. That pitch, pretty good looking pitch, called a ball, 1-1. Peters' pitch is fouled with a screen, 1-2 now to Minnick. 1 out in the ninth. Stay with us for our post-game show. John will be down on the field with some words from our head coach. And the pitch inside, popped out of the catcher's mitt. 2-2. Raiders just haven't been able to do much for this Western Kentucky pitching today. 5 hits. Popped up. Second baseman coming in. Shortstop is going to call for it and takes it for out number 2. So 2 outs. And the batter is Keaton Ray. Keaton is 0 for 3, 2 ground balls and a fly ball. Peters, the pitch, swung on, fouled out of play, strike one. Big right-hander delivers, low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ray. 2 outs in the ninth. The Raiders down to their final out.
Peter's been pretty good, Dick. He is pretty imposing out there.
Low and inside, 2-1. This is his 6th batter. He hit 1, but that runner was erased with a double play. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Foul back and out of play. 2-2. I thought you said that wind had slacked
Well, it
up.
did, and it's picked back up.
Foul over by the Raider dugout. Count holds at 2-2.
I mean, we had hit a lull.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Keaton Ray. And a pitch. Looked at ball 3 into the turf. Full count, 3-2. Matt Wolf waiting to hit. And a pitch. Check swing, strike 3 call. Ball game over. Raiders go up and down in the ninth, 3 up, 3 down. And Peters gets his first strikeout for the final out of the game. Final score, Western Kentucky 9, Middle Tennessee 1. For the Hilltoppers, they improved to 33-7. And now 11-4 in Conference USA. The Blue Raiders are now 18-22, 4-11 in conference play. So that will put the lid on this one. John's going to go down to field level in just a moment. We'll have some words from our head coach. We'll take a 2-minute break. 2 minutes. Our post-game show comes your way next on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Junior Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU. the University of Opportunities.
Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap the action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, and by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. Let's head to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
Thank you. Welcome back. We'll wrap it up for you here as Western Kentucky wins the getaway game in this three-game series by a score of 9-1. For the Hilltoppers, 9 runs, 10 hits. They committed no errors and left 6 runners on base. And for the Blue Raiders, 1 run, 5 hits. They committed 4 errors and left 4 men on base. The Hilltoppers took a 1-0 lead in the second home run in the second inning on a home run by Kyle Hayes, his third in 3 games in this series. They scored another run in the fourth. The Raiders were down 2-0 going into the fifth. They scored a run in the top of the fifth to make it a 2-1 game, but then Western broke it open with a 4-run fifth inning, and after 5, Hilltoppers led 6-1. They added 3 in the 8th for a little insurance, and they win the game by a score of 9-1. For Middle Tennessee, not much going in the hit columns. 1 hit apiece for Von Dolan, Minnick, Wolf, Rogers, and Cooper Clapp. For Western Kentucky, 2 hits for Weidman, 2 for Hayes, 2 for Barrigan, 2 for Howard, and then a couple of other players got a hit. Pitching-wise, Drew Whalen went 7 innings for the Hilltoppers, gives up 1 run earned on 5 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts, 92 pitches. He gets the win. He is now 8-1 on the season. Trayson Peters finished up with 1 2/3 innings of perfect relief. For the Blue Raiders, Chandler Alderman started, went 4 1/3, gave up 6 runs. 5 of those were earned on 6 hits. He walked 3, struck out 4. Ethan Mbimbo came on to pitch 2 scoreless innings. Cole Torbett, inning and a third. Johnny Stevens finished up and got the last out of the game. And the final 9-1. We're going to take you down on the field now. Blue Raider head coach Jerry Myers is ready with John Keller. Go ahead, John.
On the field now with Coach Jerry Myers. 1-run ball game going to the bottom of the 5th, and things kind of fell apart.
Yeah, we just didn't do enough today all the way around. Scoring 1 run is not going to get the job done, and being able to hold them, close during that middle innings when they put up the 4 spot was a little bit of separation, but it's still not insurmountable if you do a good job of continuing to make their starter work. And needed to get to the bullpen a little bit earlier, need to keep that game a little bit closer to make it any kind of interesting down the stretch last 6 outs kind of game, and weren't able to do it today.
But you do salvage 1 out of the series. That's better than getting swept.
Yeah, I mean, we don't feel good about that. We had an opportunity to win a series on the road up here and didn't get the job done. So, obviously we had a good game yesterday, but that was yesterday. So that didn't help us going into today, and got to continue to try to get a little bit better in all the things that we need to play a little cleaner with, and to be able to beat a really good team on the road, regardless of who it is. You can't make any mistakes, and you got to stay aggressive. And for the most part, we had 2 or 3 bad innings all weekend, and it was enough to not allow us to win the series.
Pretty good team on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I mean, very good. So we're going to have another challenge in front of us, and the game doesn't stop, and we don't have any time to catch a breath, but we got to get everybody ready to go and continue to try to compete every single day.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Back to you, Dick.
Thank you, John. Thanks, Coach Myers, for his work and especially for his comments after the game. This is not an easy pill to swallow. losing 2 out of 3, but at least the Raiders did accomplish one thing. They handed Western Kentucky their first home loss of the season yesterday, and Hilltoppers will come back. They started another win streak tonight, I guess. They're now 24-1 at home, and the Raiders fall to 3-11 on the road. So the Raiders will head back to Murfreesboro and get ready to go to Nashville on Tuesday for a game with Vanderbilt. So it doesn't get much easier. And then this weekend, a long flight out to Las Cruces to play New Mexico State in a 3-game series starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll have all of those games for you on radio here on our flagship station, WGNS. Thanks to John Callow. Connor Haynes has been our studio producer today. And until we speak to you on Tuesday night from Nashville, this is Dick Palmer saying thank you for listening and good afternoon from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without express written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College. Be sure to join us next time for more Middle Tennessee baseball here on the Blue Raider Network.
It's the Noble